Hello everyone, this is Rohalla and I'm a senior data scientist. Over the last 2 years, I've been teaching courses for data science, including Python, machine learning, time series analysis, and some other courses. I got a new macOS with an Apple M1 chip. In this video, I'm going to share with you the softwares and toolkits which I recommend for data analytics. If you are starting to learn data analytics and have got a new macOS, you might find this video useful. With that, let's get started. For data analytics, we have some general category of softwares that we need. From them, Xcode, which we use it for Swift and some Python libraries. We also want to install DisplayLink, which used for displaying multiple monitors if you have, and we need to install that one for the first time. Also, for the terminal, you could go with the default terminal which comes with the Mac. However, I suggest installing iTerm2 and after that installing ZSH and followed by that on my ZSH. For the API, we're going to install Postman, which we use it for testing and evaluating some of the APIs that we are going to work with. And for the browsers, you could go with the Safari. However, I found that sometimes it's really nice to have some other browsers such as Firefox and Chrome, as they add more ability for us to get some network data, etc. So that's pretty much for the general cases. To install Xcode, we go to the Apple Store and look for Xcode, and as you can see we have it here, and I've already installed it, so that's something that you would need to do. It's quite big and it might take some time to install. To install DisplayLink, we can just Google DisplayLink, and as you can see that we have a latest version which also updated for the Macs which have the M1 chip. So we're going to download this version, and from here you see this version which is Big Sur 11.0, and we're going to download this and agreeing with terms of conditions. Having downloaded and install it, pretty normal. Having installed DisplayLink, now we can go and search for DisplayLink Manager. That brings it in here, and having this option, now we have the DisplayLink activated, so that should take care of it. Your macOS comes with a built-in terminal, which is really great. Honestly, you could do everything that intend to do, and however, I mean, like there are some things that we prefer or much easier doing in other terminals. Say we have iTerm, and to do that you need to just go to the iTerm2, and the homepage is like this, and it shows that it's a replacement for the terminal that we have in macOS, and it has some unique features, a split pane, which we also have it in the terminal, and we have hotkey windows, we have searching through the text that we have there, and auto completion and copy modes. Pretty useful tools that we have in iTerm2. And configuration, and there's a lot of options that you could go and do the modification. You could just change the keys that you have, etc. And you could do different coloring as well as global search, but there's a lot of reasons that I could just go over and say like you need this. So it's like multilingual and shell integration. So to install this, we just go here and download the installation, the stable version. I haven't installed in this machine and I haven't had any issues, considering this is the M1 chip, and I think this is pretty straightforward and you could do this one. Aside from this, there's another terminal which is the benefit of it is like you could use it in Windows and other platforms, and to install that one is terminus GitHub. And here you can find this new basically terminal. Like I said, it works in different operating systems, and we have the Mac version, Android and Windows, so that's really great, as well as Linux. So we go to the Mac, and you just need to install the ARM64. If you are on the normal not M1 chip, then you have to install the other options. So you go here and download the installation, and we would be having for the terminal something like this that we could do in dual settings. So it's a very beautiful, and it has a lot of options and settings that you could just go say modify the hotkeys that you have, appearances, the shells that you have, and you could have ZSH or bash or sh, whichever that you intend to use. For the sake of productivity, I install multiple browsers, and the top choices that I always install are Chrome and Firefox. Personally installed in this machine and haven't found any issues doing installation of these browsers on the M1 chip macOS. For testing APIs, we're going to use Postman, and I personally found it very useful. And of course, there's two versions of this. There's a Postman on the web and Postman app, and there are some limitations when you're going to use the Postman on the web. So we definitely need to install the application. So as we go down, you could see that we have the Postman desktop agent. I've seen a lot of issues on using desktop agent on the macOS with the M1 chip. However, I didn't see, or at least I made it quite easily make it work, the Postman app on the macOS with the M1 chip. So one of the benefits of using this is you could easily go and sign up for an account with the Postman, and after that log into your account. You could create teams and invite your colleagues and friends to work on a project. And if you're also using the Postman app, you would be able to see the history of your operations and your API request. In this case, I'm going to show the request which I made from the polygon.io for the stock price. And here we are seeing the results which I got. And the next thing on the list for data scientists is having a reliable and flexible editors. I suggest installing Atom and VS Code for that purpose. However, you could go for the paid versions of PyCharm and Sublime. The two editors, Atom and VS Code, are very similar, and both use Electron and to let developers create full-fledged desktop apps. And to install Visual Studio Code, we go to code.visualstudio.com, and here we can see the download link for Mac. For installing Atom, we go to atom.io, and you see this download link. Both of these editors work really well on macOS within one chip. On the Atom, you could go to the themes, and you could see great choices for the themes that you could apply to your Atom. And also, I want you to look into the packages that we have there. For instance, Teletype allows you two colleagues working on the same file in one of those machines, Hydrogen running code interactively, and several other plugins that we have here, and I highly encourage to take a look at them. So now we are going to install the softwares that are most specifically needed for data analytics and coding purpose. Basically, among them are Homebrew, which is a package manager for macOS and Linux, and we definitely need to install Python and some sort of virtual manager. And it could be Miniconda or Pyan. And finally, we need to have install Git and source tree. Okay, to install Homebrew, we go to the brew.sh, and we are going to follow these steps as here. Installing Homebrew, first copy this, go to the editor and paste it, enter, ask for your password, and okay. Well, as you can see that we are able to install Homebrew without any issues. Great. So now we have the installation of the Homebrew completed, and while this was running, I went ahead and looked into the iTerm to make sure if we have installed it natively. Previously we were not able to install it, like a month ago we were not able to install Homebrew natively at the time, and that was kind of one reason I made this video. And you can see that I don't have this option selected for running my commands in Rosetta 2, and right now we have the Homebrew installed natively. So let's test it out and install Git. Install Git. Let's add Homebrew to the path. To do this, as it's been shown in here, we're going to copy this line, execute it, and also this other line. So now we have it added. So now let's install Git using brew install Git, and here we go. We're also going to install wget. Install wget. All right, and it's this easy to install any package that you need. Great. So basically these were the main packages which I wanted to install. I'll continue the next pieces of installation on the next video.